this on?
I can't hear you, Timmy! It's so squeaky! I can't hear you! Like, oh my God!
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Slamilton Hamilton.
They followed up that amazing Raw with
Yeah.
Raw.
But it was Raw.
You know,
Wasn't-
not as
wasn't-
bad as it always is.
No, it wasn't terrible.
Because we know we're going to see Rollins and Braun Breaker at some point.
No. Of course, as long as you have that on the show, people are going to be happy.
Imagine when CM Punk comes back. Now we're talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we have some stuff to look forward to.
A lot
Yeah.
of plants to grow for us to fuck.
Well, it's you're starting a new season.
Yes,
So,
right.
yeah.
I mean,
right.
Backlash, honestly looks pretty decent
Right.
so far. Like,
Sure.
are they really...
Watch your fucking mouth.
I mean, it's next Saturday. That's the crazy thing.
Oh,
like,
right.
are they really gonna? They're not gonna rush Punk and Roman versus Seth and Breaker.
No.
That's too quick, right?
No, they're not going to do that.
I mean, because
I mean-
like all they were beat up. It's not like they were, put in injury angles,
Right,
Like,
right.
so it's just kind of like, where were they this week?
But Roman, if he, loses or has a match, he disappears for 3 months.
Sure.
So
I thought they were going to set up Sami Seth, but then
I mean, they
he
still
got
have time to do
destroyed by
that.
Breaker.
Yeah.
They'll wrap
That's-
his ribs.
Sami
He's like, I'm
Zayn.
good.
Yeah.
He just came back and now he's probably out for another month or something.
Jesus.
Maybe
That's
he'll-
kind of Sammy's career.
Maybe he'll win Money in the Bank this year.
Eric, you know how many people you've said already are going to win Money in the Bank this year?
Yeah.
I think you've named like 6 different wrestlers. Oh, he's got to win Money in the Bank.
He's got to
this
win.
year.
I think it's Braun Breaker more than ever.
No.
More than ever now.
Really?
That faction and they're carrying the briefcase, shit. And then again, when Seth wins the title, nah.
I mean, Jey Uso, Seth's got to win this title soon. Jey Uso is
Yeah.
a transitional champion.
For
That's
sure.
what he should be. Maybe he could keep it for a little bit so that's not embarrassing, kind of like Damian Priest. He had it from Mania till SummerSlam. Maybe Seth takes it from him at SummerSlam and then until Mania next year. And then he fights Sammy for the belt. How about that?
I'm not convinced that he's going to beat Logan Paul.
No, he'll beat Logan Paul.
He shouldn't beat
He
Logan
shouldn't
Paul.
really.
shouldn't.
But he will.
But Logan Paul's that guy. I'm going to show up and lose a title fight
Yeah, right.
because I'm important enough to be in every title fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was U.S. champ, he only showed up like once a month, and it was okay because you're just, you're the U.S. champ.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
We're
Do what
used
you
to
gotta
belts
do.
not being on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, we've got a big show. We've got Raw and SmackDown to cover. But first, make sure you go to patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. You get this show ad-free and before everyone else. So if you don't like the ads, you sign up on Patreon. No ads. You also get over 700 bonus podcasts that you can't hear or watch anywhere else. You get the weekly Monday Night War podcast. This week we're covering King of the Ring 1996 with a certain famous promo that made someone the biggest wrestling star in the history of the business. What?
The business.
Who's that?
You stupid son of a bitch.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes, Jake the Snake.
Oh, the Bible Thumper.
You also get the weekly AEW NXT podcast where you get to see me, Eric, and Josh just miserable for an hour and a half. So that's
Yeah.
fun. And you also get all the pay-per-view recaps, including WrestleMania 41, which is obviously the most recent one, upcoming Backlash next week.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got so many brackets. So go check it out, patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
That succulent bracket content.
Exactly. And we also have to thank Daniel Casparino for buying a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. He bought the show logo t-shirt. So thank you very
Awesome.
much, Daniel. Go buy a shirt.
Now all you have to do is drop several thousand and sit front row center so everyone can see it.
Exactly. That's the plan.
It is.
All right, so SmackDown opens with John Cena. And, he once again makes the ring announcer read his own custom intro, which is already getting tiring, and it's only the second time.
It's like, what is it?
It's
not
cheap
even
heat.
Eh.
It's
Yeah,
cheap
right,
heat that,
right.
like, he's really too good to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like that's for someone who kind of sucks.
It's your own
It's
heat,
like
John.
it's really like he's thinking like, I can't cut a good bad guy promo because they will cheer. I have to do the absolute most dog shit everything.
Well, now they're cheering him again. So
Right.
like the music hits, they cheer. Then they sing John Cena sucks. Then he gets in the ring and they cheer him. Then Mark Nash reads the intro and they boo. And then Cena starts talking and they cheer again. So you know, it's just this is how it works.
But like those are all probably warranted. Like, oh my God, it's Cena.
Yeah.
Boo, you're a bad guy. That was awesome. Yes. You know
fuck
what I mean?
John Cena.
It's almost like real reactions to what Cena's doing right now. Boo, what's
Right.
this stupid announcer thing? That sucks.
I mean, even when they loved him, like singing John Cena sucks is just too much fun.
It is.
Like Angle.
So I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Cena looks disgusted at the fans, but before he could say a single word, I hear voices in my head. Randy Orton walks out in the same comfortable Nikes that Eric and I wear. High five for that. How about
yeah.
that?
Right.
Nice.
They're basically like Nikes for dads.
Yeah.
Like Nikes for old dudes because they still look like stylish Nikes, yet there's like 2 inches of padding for your feet.
Oh,
For
wow.
sure.
I imagine they're like wearing Crocs. I've never worn Crocs before, but
No, I won't
that's
do
what
it.
I imagine.
Nice. I'll have to look in.
Eric, are they like wearing Crocs?
I don't own a pair of Crocs.
You've never worn Crocs?
I wore a pair of my brothers for like 2 minutes
That's
to go
disgusting.
outside.
Were they
I had
comfortable?
socks on.
All right, fair enough.
Were they comfortable?
No, because his feet are smaller than mine.
Oh, all right. That's enough talk about man foot. Anyways,
Well, I want to buy these shoes. I've got more children than both of you combined. I'm
Yes.
the dad of the
Yes.
podcast.
The dad.
And to get
more
these sneakers.
children, more years, more
Yeah.
everything.
More
I mean,
anything.
we did a whole birthday last week.
You mentioned more years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you mention the years?
Yes.
All those years. So many years.
More gray. Oh, sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
Our sister's even older than Joe, and I was there for her birthday last week, and like they had a cake and they put 2 candles, and I was like, oh, one for each quarter of a century that you've been alive.
Yikes.
Wow.
And then add 2.
Yeah. So Orton says in a couple of months, it'll be 25 years ago to the day that you and I first shook hands. And since I've known you up until a couple of months ago, and for, you know, those couple years at the beginning, you never changed. Hustle, loyalty, and respect wasn't some catchy slogan for merchandise, even though it was.
Even though it was.
It was a way of life. There's a void inside you that needs fulfillment. The millions of kids that looked up to you. You can't tell me that each of those sick children that you met were just a number. I know that meant something to you. So I figured out how to fill the void. You need to have some damn kids, John.
That's funny. Yeah. Jesus.
I mean, especially from the history we know of why him and Nikki Bella didn't work out.
Right.
She wanted kids, and he was like, no thanks.
Yeah.
And then in interviews, he's like, I always wanted kids. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Right. You think like maybe they're planting that seed to where when he finally turns face, he announces his wife is pregnant.
I thought he said recently they don't want kids.
Oh, really?
Right, but they're working.
Oh.
It's a work.
Yeah,
It's
right.
a work, Eric. Everything's a work.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's like, he's gonna turn face and be like, for me being face again, I'm gonna fuck my wife and impregnate her right in the ring.
What? I'm a good guy.
Yeah, what if she just shows up to SmackDown one week and she's like, John, you didn't even notice I was pregnant this
Yeah.
whole year.
And he goes,
I
and
gave
he-
birth to our son.
Yeah, and he's like, he changes the
Yeah,
smile
right.
and
Yeah.
like, oh, he's a face again.
And then
then-
kicks the baby into the crowd.
Oh, I was gonna say, then Randy Orton punts the baby
Kick the baby.
but yeah,
like Snitsky did.
Yeah.
that's right. But it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault.
So yeah, Orton says, could you imagine a bunch of square-jawed, thick forearmed little Cenas running around?
amazing.
The world would be a better place, and then you'll go back to who you are. It'll make you a better human being.
Yeah.
And then Cena responds with his new catchphrase, how dare you? Like, it's weird because these Cena promos are like half bad and half great at the same time.
Right.
Because, like, you know, the how dare you's lame, but then, like, it gets good. He's like, how dare you parent shame me in front of the world? Congratulations, you have children and you love them. Do you want to know why the real reason I don't have kids? It's because I've spent the last 25 years raising yours.
Wow.
That's a great line.
It is. It is.
And he's just looking right out into the crowd.
And your ring rat wife.
Ooh. Gee, could you imagine?
Jesus.
If they're like, we want to really make this feud something.
I mean, Natalya brought up Charlotte's dead brother.
That's true.
Cena could bring up a ring rat wife.
That's true.
Who's literally, she's canon.
Yeah.
Because she's always backstage with him. She's like,
Holding hands,
yes,
yeah.
We're WWE superstars, Randy Orton and me.
Dude, I told you when
his wife.
I went to one of the photo sessions when they were in Houston for the Rumble in 2020.
Oh, yeah,
Because one of
yeah.
my friends like bought a photo with Orton. And we go in there, and Orton's wife is there, like, just to make sure Randy doesn't fuck any of the fans.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Randy fucks.
He does. But no, you're right. It is canon because she's on an episode of WWE Network with that table of three.
Yes,
with
like wrestling wives.
Matt Hardy's wife. And she talks about how she was a fan and she got him.
Yeah.
Like she was
like, I was at the wrestling show and I saw him come out and she's like, I'm going to make him my baby daddy.
She admittedly stalked him at the wrestling show.
He looked right at me and I gave him one of those.
Exactly.
And we were married 6 weeks later. And
Yeah,
I was
right.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Damn, well
He
done.
has voices in my head. I have his cock in my head.
I mean, she's still quite the looker, but
She is.
Back then, she was even more smoking.
Yeah.
So I get it. So Cena says, yeah, for the last 25 years, I've been a better parent to your children than you can ever be.
Yeah.
And then he says to a child in the crowd, that's right, kid, your dad's a loser.
Wow.
And then the kid gives Cena the finger, and he's like, oh, great, a 6-year-old just gave me the finger. Classy.
Yeah.
And then you can see the kid does it again.
Right.
And then Orton says, has that Hollywood rot set so deep in your brain you can't hear what I'm saying right now? These fans are the biggest reason why you're standing here today in the ring with me. I'm a piece of furniture backstage. I'm here to stay, but you're just a guest. And Cena says, I used to think the same as you. I used to think that without them, there is no WWE. I used to think that we won together forever. Like that one guy used to say. No, he goes, I was wrong. We didn't win anything. I did. I never needed a single one of these people. They will chant in the same breath, let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. Imagine being told you suck for 25 years. They don't mean anything to me. You're all hypocrites because once you get tired of me, you could put your energy into any superstar you want to cheer for. But if I put my energy into anything else, then I'm an outcast. I'm a guest. Orton then says, I was stupid to think that I could come
He
out
almost did
here.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. It would have been great.
And think for 1 second that in this weird, bizarro world where I'm a good guy and you're a bad guy.
Love that line. And I hate the crossing of the fourth wall, but I thought that was a great line.
Yeah, it was. That you would somehow listen to what I'm saying, but my words aren't penetrating your thick-ass skull. Randy then mentions Cody's intro. Wrestling is more than one royal family. He says he's not just talking about his family, he's talking about mine. So you want to ruin wrestling? Wrestling's giving me everything. You're not going to ruin wrestling, not over my dead body. Cena yells, shut your mouth! You don't understand. I've already won 17. You've won 14, but when I take this home, you will be frozen. Yes, they will create some tinfoil title, and if you're ever lucky enough to get your hands on it, your counter starts over at 1. You babbling moron. What I'm trying to do is make sure that when I leave here, I make sure 3 generations of your family is erased.
Wow.
So Orton says, you say you're the last real champ. Prove it. Fight me right here, right now. Of course, Cena says no. And just like so many times over the past 25 years, I'm doing it to save your ass. There should be a match, John Cena versus Randy Orton for the Undisputed Championship. But it shouldn't happen here. It should happen at Backlash. Because it's in St. Louis and Randy is from St. Louis.
Yeah.
So you could spend your whole day with your family, well rested, because after Backlash, when you fail, you will have no excuses. Take a good look, Randy. This is what the last real champion looks like, and this is as close as you'll ever gonna get.
Oh boy.
And Cena tosses Orton the belt and sucker punches him. And then he tries to hit Orton with the belt, but then Randy ducks and hits an RKO, laying out Cena a second time.
Wow.
And then Randy gets on the ropes and holds up the Undisputed Championship. So yeah, it's confirmed. Orton versus Cena at Backlash next Saturday.
With Cena retaining.
Well, of course.
Yeah. I saw a thing.
But how? Fiend.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm just kidding. I
your
fucking
fucking
hope
mouth.
not.
There
Yeah,
was
I know,
a
I
thing.
hope not.
They're like, it was like one of those things of like, John Cena has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
And it's from when Cena and Orton fought at Backlash and Orton was champ. And Orton just blatantly hits the ref.
Oh,
and
yeah.
gets disqualified. And they're like, your winner, John Cena, but still champion, Randy Orton.
And
you
that
know?
was set for that was like a long match. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like at the very beginning.
No, it went for a while. And then out of nowhere, he just hits the ref. And the ref's like, hey, what the fuck?
But did it end there or did they restart it?
I don't
Because
remember.
if that was the main event, it couldn't end that way unless that was like an
They can do what they want back then.
Sure, true. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's an interesting dollar bet. Like if I'm like, I bet you $1 Travis Scott shows up, but then I'm rooting for that. On Saturday.
no,
and I
you
don't want to. I don't want to do
root
that.
for that.
Never mind. Just I hope I'm wrong.
Like
Take my
he's
dollar.
his guy all the time.
I mean, he kind of is, right?
I really hope they
Gross.
learned their lesson.
No, I doubt
No.
that. They brought him out at Elimination Chamber, and they brought him out at Mania. They clearly did not learn their lesson. We'll have more on rumors later.
No.
Next up, we've got Los Garza versus Fraxium. They announced that Fraxium is now part of SmackDown.
Welcome.
Fraxium dove out of the ring 3 times in a row. Fraser runs the ropes really fast, like Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
And then Wade Barrett had a good line with, I gotta upgrade my eyeballs. The frame rate is not quick enough to keep up with Nathan Fraser. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Then Fraser went for a springboard moonsault, but Angel Garza super kicked him in midair, but Fraser kicked out. Like, that's where Axiom just has to get in the ring and kick Garza to break up the pin.
Sure.
You know? Then Los Garza does their double body slam off the middle rope, but do something better if you're going to be up there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a body slam. It's really not that impressive. And then Axiom gave Garza a Spanish fly, and then right after, Fraser hit a Phoenix Splash for the win. Good first match for Axiom.
Their name is confusing because Axiom and Fraxium.
Axiom is the guy.
Right.
But then there's Fraser. So when
Yeah.
you combine their names, they're
Yeah.
Fraxium.
By their powers combined.
Not a fan.
You don't want to say this because this is a problem with Josh. This has
I'm
been a
sure
problem
it
with
is.
Josh every week.
Well, I don't think I'm going to fuck it up. I'm just saying I don't like how it sounds so similar.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've
Jungle Express. God damn it.
Yeah,
damn it.
see,
I'm doing
exactly.
You're devolving, Joe.
Duh, what have I done?
It's devolving into Josh.
Right.
Devolving.
All right. Next up, we've got an in-ring promo from Tiffany Stratton.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's bocce time.
She's bad.
Tiffy Bot brags about beating Charlotte Flair at Mania to retain the Women's Championship because
Oh.
she still doesn't know how to say women's.
Yep.
Just how hard is this?
I don't know.
Just someone teach her.
I don't
Right,
think
it's
they're
not like
correcting her.
duh
Tiffany,
and
women's. I'm the woman's. No, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
It's just a word.
No one's correcting her.
Whoa,
No.
man.
So many of them do it too. So then
The
Jade,
man's heavyweight championship.
yeah.
Right.
So then Jade Cargill comes out because she wants a title shot, but she also comes off robotic. It's kind of strange how Jade was better at promos in AEW. And I think that's just because she was a heel and they kind of just were like, do whatever you want.
Yeah, but
and
you're
so
also-
she just kind of riffed, but like now she has these boring babyface lines to say.
Right. I feel like AEW realized she wasn't great in the ring, so they let her talk more.
Yeah.
Where WWE's like, don't do either.
Well,
you
they
also-
still write her entire fucking promos for her, and she's a
Right.
boring baby face. She can't just say, I'm that bitch all the time.
Yeah, true.
And you're comparing her in AEW against other AEW people.
Yeah.
So it's going to sound better, right? When you're comparing her against nice promos.
Well, it did in general. She wasn't robotic in AEW.
Yeah.
But now that she has to do these boring babyface promos that they write her lines for her, like, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
So Tiffy says, let's do it right here, right now. And they both smile like the corny baby faces
fuck?
they are.
Yeah.
Like, were you going to fight or hug?
Hey, Andrew, I want your pay-per-view prediction title.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea, Eric. Sounds good. Gee golly. Oh. So we've got Jade versus Tiffy, non-title match, of course.
Of course.
It has to be non-title.
Of course.
Jade has not done it. Jade's only beat Naomi. That's basically nothing.
And if Jade can beat Tiffany, guys, if she can beat her, that puts her in a really good spot for a future title opportunity.
As soon as they think she's ready at the performance center.
for the U.S. title.
Yes.
Right. Not this one.
So Jade hit a big spine buster, and then Tiffy hit a big spine buster. That's a new thing that they do a lot, where like
Move for move.
yeah,
Yeah.
one guy does the spine, and then and that's an AEW thing, and now they're bringing that to WWE.
Right. As long as they don't start trading Canadian destroyers.
Oh, God.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true. Stratton went for the prettiest moonsault, but she slipped on the ropes and had to go for it again, but Jade rolled out of the way. Then Stratton did a cartwheel, but Jade caught her with a power bomb, and that spot was so good that it tricked the crowd into thinking they were watching a good match.
Yeah.
Like, that's how good that spot was.
Right. They're about to start a "This is awesome" chant.
Yeah. Then Jade gave Stratton a superplex, and then Naomi ran out, jumped on Jade, and threw the worst fake punches I've ever seen in wrestling.
She was punching? I thought she was dancing on her.
I thought she was having an orgasm. It was just not even
Yeah.
touching her at all,
I've
just
been there.
flailing like an idiot.
I've been there.
And then Naomi throws Jade into the ring post a few times. Stratton gets back in the ring, but then she's run over by a fucking truck. Oh, sorry, that's Nia Jax.
Where the hell have you been? Got it right the first time.
Yeah. So
truck.
good. We're doing this again.
Right.
Yeah.
Nia versus Stratton.
Oh, and we're running back Naomi versus Jade.
I mean, at least just don't put these on Backlash, please.
Awesome.
No, that's the tag match. Mm-hmm. It'll be
sure.
Tiffany and Jade versus Naomi and Nia.
Shut your mouth! So yeah, Nia hit a leg drop, told the fans to suck her pussy.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? She's like, suck it. Suck my puss.
Please, no. And then she gave Tiffy the Annihilator. She held up the belt, then dropped it on the champ. Then later backstage, Nia tells Naomi, when it comes to Tiffany and the title, stay out of my way. And Naomi says, as long as you proceed with caution. And then Nia just says, rude.
She's like, shut the fuck up.
Is her new name Caution?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah.
Feel the caution, Joe.
Feel the caution.
Oh, boy. Next up, we've got an in-ring promo from Solo Sakoa and Jacob Fatu.
No, thank you.
All right, what's next? No, so Solo says, show respect for your new U.S. champ. The crowd cheers. Solo says, nobody wanted Jacob here except for me. I'm the reason Jacob's the champ. I brought him here. I took him off the streets. This is what happens when you love your family. And then,
I wonder when Solo got called up if Jacob took on the moniker of street champion.
Yeah.
Like Solo was.
Yep, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Jacob grabs the mic from Solo and says, I told you I was going to win the U.S. title. I told you it was coming home to the family, and I was going to do it with you or without you. This title makes me America's most wanted, but at the end of the day, you better get in where you fit in, because I'm all gas, no brakes.
Gross.
Okay.
So then L.A. Knight comes out and admits his defeat at Mania, but he wants his rematch right now. But then Drew McIntyre comes out and says, it's not always easy being me. Personally, it is, being tall, jacked, handsome, and like Texas, I got some big guns. But professionally, I've been screwed over time and time again, and at WrestleMania, I had to get past the last roadblock and beat Damian Priest in the most violent match in WrestleMania history.
Well.
Or he said one of them, but yeah, even still.
Yeah.
And Drew then looks in the camera and says, Priest, I know you're not going to be here for a while, So I just want to say thank you. It was a pleasure embarrassing you in front of your whole family.
Pleasure.
And then he says the plan was to challenge John Cena for the world title. But then Randy Orton jumped the line. Is it World Wrestling Entertainment or Nepo Wrestling Entertainment? Speaking of which, hi, Bloodline. That's a great line.
So good.
And so I was like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guy.
Drew says, I've been watching Cena these past few weeks. He ain't the same guy. He's a punk now. Like CM Punk.
Oh, sure.
He says, Drew wants to fight the baddest dog in the yard. And that's you, Jacob. I want to fight you.
Why?
Because he can't fight Cena yet, I guess.
Yet?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, you can't fight him yet.
Yeah.
Fuck it. At least focus on someone else.
So, why? You don't
Not
want to
the
see
US
Drew versus Fatu?
I do. I just don't want to see LA Knight in that match, too.
Well,
Well, you're not seeing it.
I don't want the U.S.
You know what you're
title
seeing?
involved.
You know who Drew's fighting next. I'll certainly take Fatu over Damian Priest again.
Well, yeah.
So Knight was pretending to sleep on the top rope. He said, and Drew says, "Always with the jokes. The only joke around here was your last U.S. title run." And Knight says, "I would say your last title run was a joke, but I can't remember it."
Ooh, pam.
And then Knight challenges Drew to a match, but Nick Aldis walks out to make the match for later.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to that.
When was Drew's last title run?
Mania.
Mania. For a
Mania
couple
last
hours.
year for a few minutes.
Not even a couple hours, a couple minutes.
Few minutes.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green for the women's U.S. title. Yeah, I mean, my goodness.
Rematch after rematch after rematch after rematch after rematch.
She beat her twice.
Before you read it,
Yeah.
so we don't know what happens, I'd like to bet $1 that she takes that title off
Oh,
of
you
Green.
should have done that weeks
should have
ago
done
when you
that.
had the chance. And it was funny
I knew
'cause
it. You were so convinced.
I convinced you to not do it. I
know.
was like, "Are you crazy? There's no fucking way she's winning this."
I was like, they have to give it to her.
I guess
after all
thank
these
God I
years.
did that.
They have to.
Yeah. So the secret Hervis got involved right away, attacking Vega outside the ring while Chelsea distracts the ref. Chelsea went for unpretty her, but Vega countered with a backstabber. Vega goes for the 619, but Piper tripped her, and the ref caught her. Then the ref caught Alba Fire grabbing Vega, so he ejected both of them. And then Green whipped Vega into the ropes, but Vega came back and hit Code Red for the win.
And new.
Yeah.
Wait,
U.S.
do we need to double check that, or we're positive?
I know, right?
paused. I wasn't sure.
I thought it was a dream because I watched SmackDown the night before. I woke up and I rewatched the whole fucking match. I watched this shit twice.
You're like, there's no fucking way.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah,
and they
why
go, "Oh, Vega's first singles title in WWE." And I went, "Hold on.
Yep.
First title in WWE.
Correct.
She wasn't a tag champ.
No.
Like, never.
Why would
No.
you say that?
Her first title.
Yeah.
Crazy. Long way she's come, huh?
They're like, no, everyone's had the tag titles, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right. Also, I like how
How long does she have this? A month?
Why so long? Like, does she get sick or something?
Yeah.
Chelsea takes this back next week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chelsea, well, yeah, we don't know if Chelsea's working or trolling, but she tweeted like "bye for now," WWE, but who knows, right?
My farewell address or something.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's a work. Maybe she's just taking some time off and she'll be back, right?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. But yeah, like, who does Vega fight now for this fucking belt?
Who cares?
Who's a heel on SmackDown that could fight her?
Charlotte.
There's no way Charlotte's gonna.
Yeah.
Charlotte's gone for a while, probably.
Yeah,
again.
probably.
I can't think
Who
of
is
another
it?
like heel on. Probably just Piper and Fire, and she beats them for like a few months.
They fire Alba Fire's tag partner. They're like, well, we're trying to think of what we could do with you. How about spontaneous tag team?
Right.
Okay.
She won the tag team titles with Carmella.
What? Where? I don't believe you. Show me this. I don't believe
There's
this.
no fucking
There's
way.
no fucking way.
This is
When?
This is what Wikipedia is saying.
Who did they beat?
What year was that?
They beat. Right there. Nope. Oh yeah, when she was queen, they beat Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash on Raw. Queen Zelina and Carmella.
2021, November
Holy
2021.
shit.
Lost them at WrestleMania.
The fuck?
Against Naomi and Sasha.
Fuck, that's fucked up.
And we were at that WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that had to be pre-show, right? Oh no, that was
Night
that
2?
fatal 4-way. Yeah, that was like Sasha finally got a win at Mania. That was Sasha's first win at Mania.
Right. What the fuck?
That was when like Sasha and Naomi came out in like a fucking Lambo or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus, that's fucking crazy.
What is happening?
What? That is. Well, I have no recollection. Still none.
Yeah.
Vega and Carmella.
I'm not even convinced they have women's tag champs at the moment.
You think
so.
they just made that up? And
Right.
like they were like,
Yeah.
here, you guys.
Anyone can edit Wikipedia.
No, hold on. I have the stat here. Every current female wrestler has had the tag team title.
Okay.
Aaliyah was tag team champion.
What did you say?
Yeah.
With Raquel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, enough of that bullshit. Backstage, The
Lot of
Miz
bullshit.
tells Carmelo Hayes, when it's all said and done, you will go down as the greatest Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner of all time. You know, what the fuck does that even mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you have Big Show, you have Braun Strowman, Cesaro,
Matt Hardy.
yeah. Like,
Baron
what is
Corbin.
Yeah, what does
Yeah.
that even mean?
Right.
The best Battle Royal winner.
Congratulations.
can't think
You
of his
will be
name.
the piece of corn on the shit Sunday.
Right.
Yeah. Who was... he was
Oh,
like
Jey
a burly
Uso.
guy. Jey Uso.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, Mojo?
Mojo. Who was after Mojo?
Madcap Moss?
Yes.
Yeah.
He won a
Oh, yeah.
Like, out of all those people, the biggest star is Big Show, but that, like, he already was. It's not like that made it, you know, like that
this
was
like when he was already in the wind down of his career.
yeah. Like, that fucking never made anyone big. That
No.
never made anyone big.
Jey Uso?
But that didn't make him big.
Yeah, right.
Winning that.
He just needed something to do.
Yeah. Jesus. Next up, we have an in-ring promo from The Miz. He bitches that he didn't have a Mania match. He reminds everyone that he beat John Cena in the main event of Mania 1 billion years ago. How many times have we seen this exact promo from The Miz?
Numbers on the board.
Yeah.
3,000.
Ooh, that's
And 22.
22.
22. 3,022.
So then he bitches about people just showing up and taking opportunities, but then the lights go out.
Uh-oh.
And we hear a familiar song.
Yes.
No man is ever truly good. Dun, 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 dun. No man is ever truly evil. I was like, holy fuck. I can't believe he got to keep his music.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
Right.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. No.
So like,
I will.
I'll take it.
That's
maybe
definitely
it's-
CFO music, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you can hear
But
the-
you know what wasn't there? The
Well, he did it.
He did it.
he
They
did
just
it.
didn't have the sound effect.
But yeah, remember Vince is like, we need sound effects.
How's anyone gonna know what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Click, 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 click. I'll do it. Just turn my mic on. Click, click, click. Dick, prick. Shit. Shit.
You couldn't even say shit.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Shit. I'm spent. Bring me my diaper. No man is ever truly good. No man is ever truly evil. I do the things you never could. Like shit. Shit all the time. Yeah.
Get me that intern Janelle real quick.
What are the chances that his music is changed next week?
No.
Like they just did it for the the return.
Please don't.
They pay like $200 to just have him return.
Right.
They're like, that's enough. That's a lot of money, guys.
Yeah.
CFO money's like they're there and they're like, so how much for the song? How much you got? Well, I got 3.
Yeah, that'll work. That works.
Guys, I got weed money.
This company makes billions of dollars.
Billions. They've
And
never
they're
made
like,
real
"Nope,
money.
They're gonna pay him $20 for the song.
We just have to, have this shit music because we pay these people like minimum wage, I guess.
And what a payoff.
clearly.
The eye.
Yeah.
Hey. Like you could have taken
Right.
that out.
Yeah.
No
He
one
was-
would have cared.
He did it through his AEW run.
Right.
That's
for sure.
crazy.
He kept that kayfabe.
Kayfabe, baby.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, remember when his fucking eyeball got destroyed?
Right.
And then Ray's
Right.
eyeball fell out.
But yeah, he must have a better doctor.
Remember when he was thrown off the Titan Tower? Remember that?
They both died.
And Ray. Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, they both died.
They both get their eyeballs fucked up and thrown off the Titan Tower.
Booyaka.
Interesting.
Are they both ghosts?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
So Aleister Black, he gets his original entrance theme. It's great. He stands in the middle of the ring looks out at the crowd as they chant, "Welcome back." Miz is pissed. He's like, "Who do you think you are?" But Alistair gives Miz the black mass
Yes.
to his shoulder.
I've never liked this guy.
Fuck.
This guy fucking sucks.
Oh my God, his intro's back. Oh no, he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least he's back.
Yeah.
You know,
Who
we'll
wants
see.
to not?
I mean, I guess he's gonna beat the Miz on SmackDown this Friday,
Sure.
and then we'll see what they do with him after.
Yeah.
Certainly, his entrance is badass.
It is.
You know,
I'll give him
Absolutely.
I mean, in NXT he was great, and then on the main roster, Vince just made him an idiot, as Eric just
For
did the
sure.
impression.
They put him in a tag team with Ricochet.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I was thinking about like that was a thing for a while. Vince would put sound effects at the beginning of songs.
Ricochet.
Yes. Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I think
why?
she still has that, doesn't she?
No, they got
No?
rid of it.
It's gone. Oh.
They did.
It must have been really cool, though, for Aleister Black and Zelina Vega as a couple, because Vega wins the U.S. title, and 5 minutes later, her husband makes his return.
Right.
Not bad.
Must have been exciting for
Probably
them.
first there in Gorilla to give her a quickie.
Of course, in
Yeah.
front of everyone. Backstage, Bianca Belair tells Byron Saxton that she's going to be out for a bit with a couple of broken fingers. Did she have a match with Pete Dunne? Like, how did this happen?
Yes.
It was at a house show?
Yeah.
Pete Dunne was just like, "Fuck you!" No! So yeah, I guess she'll be gone a while. Next up, we've got LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre, U.S. Championship #1 contender match. Knight hits the elbow and goes for the BFT, but Drew avoids it. They fight outside the ring. Knight threw Drew back in the ring, but Solo showed up while the ref wasn't looking and gave Knight the Samoan spike.
Ow.
So Drew's like, fantastic. Drew sets up for the Claymore, but Damian Priest pulls him out of the ring and attacks him for the DQ. Priest chokeslams Drew through the announce desk. The fans chant, "Holy shit," so the audio cuts out for a while.
Yep.
Then Knight confronts Priest, but Fatu hits them both with a suicide dive. And then back in the ring, Fatu gives each of them the hip attack and the moonsault. Like, technically, Drew won because the ref didn't see Solo attack Knight.
Right.
All that the ref saw was Priest attacking Drew, but I'm sure they're not going to go that route.
No.
I'm
It'll
sure
be
it's
a
just,
no
no,
contest.
there's no #1 contender now. Also, why would Solo rather have Drew McIntyre fight Fatu?
What an idiot.
Right.
Or is it because he's secretly just trying to fuck over his oos?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Because obviously, like, that's where this is headed. This has to, they have to break up. Because Fatu's
Right.
too big to be with Solo anymore.
But Fatu's
True.
a good guy?
He's turning face.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Too
Yeah.
soon.
He's so over, though.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, they fucking love him.
Yeah. It's agile as fuck, too.
I mean, if you're gonna, it's like, here's the thing: if it's Fatu turning on Solo, they're not gonna cheer Solo. It's not gonna work.
No.
If you're gonna do this feud, you have
Yeah.
no choice but to turn Fatu face.
Absolutely. Fuck Solo.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do there. Then backstage, R-Truth congratulates John Cena on winning the championship. He says, "If you ever need anything at any time, give me a call." And then Cena walks away, and Jimmy Uso walks up and says, "When did John Cena become so whack?" And Truth says, "Oh, there's two sides to every story, Us. That's a real world champion. Someday when I grow up, I'm going to be just like him."
Bitch, you are older than him.
Well, that's what Jimmy
It's just
said.
an old joke. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Rule of 3, not 3,000.
What if?
Wait,
What if?
Yeah.
Travis Scott is busy, and Cena has R-Truth help him against
Way
Orton
prefer that.
at Backlash.
Way prefer
Just
that.
because R-Truth is a John Cena mark.
Right.
So he's just like helping Cena retain all
Oh
the
my
time.
That
God.
would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would actually like to see that.
Sure.
And then R-Truth feels bad. R-Truth fights Cena at a pay-per-view for the title.
And almost beats him. Gives him the match of his life.
Yes, for sure. I mean, why not? R-Truth has
Because
been
he's
there
R-Truth.
but he's been there for fucking 30 years, basically.
You want him to have his Kofi run?
No, I'm not saying give him the fucking title, but give him the match. Why
And
not?
unlike SmackDown. not a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Next up, we've got DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits TLC match for the tag titles. Chris Sabin went for a suicide dive, but Gargano hit him with a chair.
Ow.
Then Dawkins was hanging upside down in the corner, and the Guns drop kicked a chair into his face.
Yep.
Then Ford tried to grab the chair, but Sabin jumped off the top rope to drop kick the chair into his face. Then Ford jumped out of the ring to fall on everyone, and they all fall down. Of
course.
Yeah.
Also, I like, he's already starting to regrow his beard, Ciampa.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
You have to.
Have to.
Gargano gave Ford a flatliner halfway up the ladder. Ciampa had the titles in his grasp, but Dawkins was late, so Ciampa had to pretend to not know how to pull a belt off a coat hanger.
So are
These
you not
just-
allowed to? You got to pull the hanger off,
Right.
the hook, or you can't just grab the belts.
I think Ford just grabbed the belts.
No, he not only did he grab
he
the
grabbed
hook,
the-
he couldn't do it. It took him like 12 seconds to get it off the hook.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how to do
They're
this.
fucking
I don't know how to do
Velcro
this.
straps now.
I know.
And Ciampa can't figure it out. That's always the problem with these fucking ladder matches when someone's late and then you have Ciampa looking like an idiot up there, like like this. He's like, what do I do? How do I do this?
Right, they're like a fucking cat with a toy. Like,
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, Ciampa then put a chair over Shelley's neck, and Gargano hit him with a different chair. Then Ford and Dawkins cleared the ring, and both yelled, "Get the tables!" Dawkins had Ciampa in the electric chair outside the ring, and Ford jumped out of the ring to give Ciampa the blockbuster, and they fell on everyone else in the process.
Yep.
Then a fan tossed Ford his prosthetic leg, and Ford hit Gargano with it.
yeah, what the fuck?
That was pretty nuts.
Right. How did they plan that out?
I don't know if they did. The fan could have just been like, "Hey, hit them with this," and then he grabbed it. Just like every indie show ever.
Right.
Yeah, right. And then they did a backflip off of a guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then Sabin put Dawkins through a table with a frog splash. Ford jumped out of the ring and put Ciampa through a table with a swanton. Then later, Ciampa put Ford through a ladder with white noise off the apron. Then the Guns gave Johnny Skull and Bones through a table going from the ring to the announce desk. That was nuts. Then Ciampa got to the belts again, and once again, he doesn't know how to grab the belts. The Guns removed the ladder, so Ciampa was hanging from the coat hanger for a while. Then Dawkins jumped off a ladder to spear Ciampa, and they fell on a table.
Wow.
Basically, that's their, homage to Edge and Jeff
course.
Hardy.
Yeah.
It didn't look as good.
No.
No.
But not bad.
But, yeah, still good.
Yeah.
Then Gargano and Sabin fought on the top of a ladder, but Ford climbed up from the inside to knock them both down and grabbed the coat hanger for the win.
That was kind of crazy.
This could have easily replaced like half the matches at Mania.
Half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
How do you not have this at Mania?
So, fun match to end SmackDown.
Yeah.
On to Monday Night Raw, we open with Seth freaking Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. They look so cool, except for Seth. The glasses are a bit much, Seth.
I know.
But now that you are a serious heel, like you shouldn't really be Goofy Man anymore.
He doesn't know he's a heel. I think it's one of those.
Right.
He
sure,
holds the
cons-
microphone up. He's like, no, they love me.
He considers himself the hero. I get it.
Right.
But those goofy glasses were a bit much.
Yeah.
I don't even mind like the fucking wacky outfits that he wears, but those fucking glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, guess I need to get you a new.
I don't even think he is a heel.
No, you don't?
He's
You
not
don't
a
think
heel.
so? Oh, that's too bad. You already paid me. 'Cause, I mean, come on.
No refunds.
He certainly
He's
is
a
at the end of
heel.
Raw.
He's a heel.
Right.
Seth tells the crowd, I know some of you still want to chant for CM Punk, and the crowd boos.
Yeah. Well,
Like the heel turn was so good that now they.
So fucking good. Turn Punk heel at this point.
Oh God, he's the only good baby face we have.
that's true. Fuck.
So Seth then brings up Roman Reigns. He also mostly gets boos, but then he gets an OTC chant.
Yeah.
Seth says the future of this industry runs through Seth freaking Rollins. Then Sami Zayn comes out, and Seth is excited to see him.
I was like, huh?
Yeah. Sami tells Seth this is a load of crap. How much time did you spend talking about Punk and Roman, and the one thing those guys have in common happens to be standing over your shoulder now? How are you any different? Maybe you were just jealous and wanted to be in their position.
It's true.
Seth says, I'm not them. This is the vision of our future. Sammy says, what's the difference between this and the bloodline? You got the wise man. You got your little dog right there, who, by the way, if he keeps looking at me like that, is going to get his face kicked in.
Wow.
Which I'm sure Sammy did this in reference to Jey Uso when they brought in Jacob Fatu, because Jay did the same thing to Jacob. He's like,
Yep.
Who, by the way, if he keeps looking at me like that, I'm going to beat his ass. Or, he said something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was kind of cool. Then Heyman was calming down Breaker, rubbing his back.
Oh, I know.
And the crowd popped for that.
He's okay.
Seth tells Sammy, you're either with us or you become a target, and I don't want that for you. The wise man can pull some strings. We can get you off Raw. It's not a threat. It's a favor. So think about it. But we need an answer by the end of the night. And then Sammy and Braun stare at each other some more, but Heyman pulls Braun away.
Yeah.
I loved how, Seth is still the same character underneath.
Yeah.
Where he just desperately wants everyone to love him.
Right.
Unless he hates you.
Come on, Seth. Come on, Sammy. We're family.
Come on, bro. I love you, bro. I love you.
But I'll fucking
Come
kill
on.
you.
But he was just offering for him to leave. He never offered, hey, join us.
Well,
Which scares me that they're not going to grow this thing.
Maybe not. You never know. I mean, it was never going to happen with Sammy, right? Sammy's
So
not,
they just kind of don't even go down
They
that
obviously want to do a feud where Sammy's involved in
Yeah.
some sort of long story there. We'll see. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Later backstage, Heyman tells Sammy, we're OG bloodline. But Sammy says, true, but you blew up whatever was left of the bloodline with what you did at Mania. Heyman says, I respected when you broke away from the bloodline, and maybe you'll respect why I had to do what I had to do. And Heyman tells Sammy, Breaker wants a match against you, but Seth is offering you a pass. And if you agree to be traded to SmackDown, you will face the winner of John Cena versus Randy Orton. Just like that, undisputed title contender. Think about the future, Sammy. Basically.
Yeah.
And Heyman hugs Sammy and says, you could live in the future or you could die with the past. Heyman walks away, and we see that Breaker was waiting around the corner. Even later in the show, Karrion Kross visits Sammy and tells him, you better make the right decision, Sammy. So that's Kross still doing his weekly 30-second, backstage
with someone's
segment.
head.
What is he doing?
Where he's just like, hey, you should be an asshole. And then he walks away.
Hey, let me see that ass. I mean, you should be an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm the devil on your shoulder. Carrion, it's you. I can see you. What's up?
Next up, we've got Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. This is their first match since 2022.
I think this was still too good. They should have saved this for something bigger.
Sure.
Just to throw it out with no titles on the line or anything.
I mean, they went 10 minutes and it ended in DQ. It's not like they did anything, that's going to be permanent.
Right.
Perez attacked Ripley's leg. That's the problem when you have 2.5 hours, and then 3 hours on the other show.
Right.
You got to fill it with something. Perez attacked Ripley's leg the entire match. She went for a suicide dive, but Mommy caught her and threw her into the barricade. Ripley gave Perez a razor's edge, but she kicked out. And Scott Hall was, hey-yoing in his grave.
Jerking it in his grave.
That's bullshit.
Julia came out to distract Rhea, and Perez almost won with a roll-up and then a few more moves. Perez went for pop rocks, but Rhea blocked it. Ripley then grabbed Julia, but Perez went for another roll-up. Rhea escaped, went for the riptide, but Julia chop-blocked Ripley for the DQ. And then both of them pounce on Ripley after the match, but Io Sky runs out for the save. She went for the springboard drop kick, but Julia knocked her down. Then Ripley got back in the ring, and Julia and Roxanne retreat. I smell a tag team match.
You smell it?
Oh, I smell it.
Smells like a 4-way pussy match.
That's a lot of pussy.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning, smelled a lot of puss.
Jesus.
Oh, good.
I like it.
Accurate. Next up, we've got an in-ring promo from Logan Paul. He says a true legend should not look like your current world champion, Jey Uso.
It's true.
So he starts to call Jey out, and the music hits, and Jey comes out, and he immediately yeets on a child. What the fuck is happening?
It happens.
Yeah.
And then Cole and McAfee make 100 yeet jokes.
Yeah.
Jey says, you must be crazy to think I'm just going to hand this over to some punk-ass YouTuber. So if you want this title, come get it. Yeet. Let me jerk off on your face. More yeeting. And then Logan tells Jey, I've done more in 4 years than you have in 15, which he's not exactly wrong about that.
No, he isn't.
Right.
Is Jey high or something or drunk?
He's just Jey.
But he's like slurring and he's getting worse.
He's just Jey.
Yeah.
Maybe the pressure.
Logan says, I'm taking your title, and you're going to do what you do best, and that's crash out, screw up, and lose that title in less time you held the Intercontinental Championship.
Wow.
And then Jey lays Logan out with a super kick. But then later backstage, Jey tells SAMI, whatever decision you make will be best for you, Oos. And they hug. SAMI walks away, but then Logan knocks Jey out with the lucky punch. Jey versus Logan at Backlash.
Yeah.
Do it.
For the title, right?
For the title.
No, non-title at a pay-per-view. What are you, out of your mind?
Hi, they have done that.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, yes, they have.
Name one time. Shit, you probably can.
Yeah, you fuck.
What was it? Goldberg and Bobby Lashley, I think.
Really?
Where Goldberg was like, I don't want your title because I'm going to kill you.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. How stupid.
But then I think Lashley,
idiot.
But then I think Lashley ended up losing it before they even had the fucking match. It was so stupid.
Oh, like maybe to Brock?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who cares? Next up, we go back in the Judgment Day clubhouse where Finn Balor tells JD McDonough, I wish you would have told me you were coming back. But JD says, oh, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Well, I'm sorry that you're sorry. I'm sorry. And no one can fucking tell who's talking to who or what's going on.
We're all sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Liv tells them, shouldn't you guys be getting ready for your match? Balor says, what match? And JD says, Liv thought it'd be a good idea to go after the tag titles so we have a match against the War Raiders. Because, you know, everyone wants to see that match again.
Yeah.
And then Liv tells Balor, since you're not a champion, I thought you'd be interested. Yeah. So we've got JD and Balor versus the War Raiders.
If only.
With the New Day on commentary, Ivar tried to splat JD on the LED screen, but Carlito pulled Balor, who pulled JD out of the way, and Ivar crashed into it, and Woods said, oh, it's impressive because he's fat.
That
was pretty funny.
Xavier Woods was fantastic on commentary.
He's always
Yeah.
going to be good.
right. Like if he retires from in ring, he needs to be at the commentary
Sure.
desk.
If he wants it, sure.
Yeah. I mean, legendary tag team, but it's a shame that's all he's ever going to be.
I know.
Biggie and Kofi both got their fucking runs, man.
I know.
Where is Woods? Where's Woods? He
got
was
to
the
be-
best of all of them.
He got to be king.
It was the worst.
Right.
It was so. Wade Barrett was like, I thought my run as king was bad,
Jesus.
but I've got some bad news.
After like 6 weeks, they're like, all right, take that off. That's it. We're done.
Really?
We're done
Get
with
rid of that fucking thing.
So then Ivar went for the Doom Salt, but Balor rolled out of the way. Then Ivar was crawling to make a tag, but JD tagged in first and leaped off Ivar's back to Superman punch Eric. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Then outside the ring, the Raiders picked up JD and Balor and threw them into each other. The New Day were talking shit, so Ivar threw Balor into them and then ran into all three of them. Then Carlito hopped on the apron, but Eric punched him. Carlito distracted the ref, and then JD went to the top rope, but Penta shows up and pushes him off, and the Raiders hit War Machine for the win. So the New Day, who just beat the War Raiders for the tag titles, are now going to defend the tag titles against the War Raiders.
That's
Rematch after rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Penta scream while he was there?
Yes, he did.
What did he want?
The Continental Championship!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's very confused.
Cody was there.
Doesn't, yeah, he was.
It was. And then Penta
let's
did
just- let's
dance
just-
on the announce desk. That was
He
kinda funny.
did, yeah. Let's just remember that, like, these last couple weeks, no Cody. I mean, that's something to be grateful for.
Right,
That's
right,
true.
right.
We were like, these shows haven't been so bad the last couple weeks. I wonder why.
Yeah.
No Cody, no Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Cody
good.
will probably show up after Cena's match at Backlash.
Right after? I think he's SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's
I mean, I'd be
Cody
fine with that.
Cena at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But still, there has to be some explanation for why he left. But I mean, Cody would probably be like, I needed time because I'm a crybaby. And like all of you, I'm a messy king. Remember when he said that?
yeah.
It's okay to be a messy king.
Yeah.
What the
I don't know if you guys know who my father is.
Never heard of it.
Who? Tell us, Cody, please.
Right.
So yeah, next up, we've got an in-ring promo from the man, Becky Lynch.
This was bad.
She admits that she attacked Bayley to take her spot at Mania, but she justifies it by saying Bayley has attacked her so many times the past 6 years, and she never apologized. So fuck that bitch.
Okay.
Becky did mock Bayley's recent interviews, where she said, "Why aren't I a bigger star?" Well, she got to see what a bigger star looks like when I walked down the ramp at Mania.
Wow.
And then Becky moves on to Lyra Valkyria and says, I had high hopes for her, but then she became friends with that bitch Bayley. So then Lyra comes out and she says, Bayley warned me about you, but I didn't buy it because I was caught up in this stupid dream about winning Irish Tag Team Championships. I didn't know those belts were Irish.
Yeah.
I guess if by them winning them, they become Irish.
They would turn Irish.
Irish, she knew what she was talking about.
And then she says
What
after...
does Penta call those titles?
What does he call those titles?
Yeah.
The Continental Championship!
Penta. That sounds like you're saying the other one. That's so confusing.
Yeah. So she says,
Congenital.
after Manhandle Slam, I finally see it now. The illusion of Becky Lynch is dead, and I'm going to make you pay. Lyra gets in the ring. Becky gets out of it. Lyra says, what's wrong? Are you thinking about the last time we went one-on-one when I beat you for the NXT Championship?
I mean, I think Balor voice would work here, too, for both of them.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Becky says, the man only fights when it matters, and it doesn't matter in Kansas City. Lyra says, fine, Backlash, and I bet you're only going to do it if I put this title on the line. You got it. Becky says, you're on. I'm going to make that matter like I made you matter. Welcome to the big time. But Lyra yells, shut up. You never made me matter. I'm no longer interested in being the next Becky Lynch. I'm going to be a better person than you, and I already know I'm a better wrestler than you. Becky starts screaming at her, but Lyra attacks her. Becky runs away. Lyra then poses on the stage, but Becky comes right back and attacks her from behind. So
Becky wins this title at
And then
Backlash?
faces Bayley at SummerSlam for it.
I guess.
I don't know.
It's the
I think
Intercontinental,
she probably wins it, but knowing Becky, how she really loves Lyra in real life, she'll probably put her over.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
She wins it, but then Lyra wins it back. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Because Becky's like, hey, I want to come back. I want to feud with Lyra and get her going because I've been watching and seeing how no one likes her right now because this title run is shit.
Yeah.
Triple H
Also,
make it interesting.
No.
also, she's hardly ever on TV.
Triple H's like, sure, you could beat her and then never lose it to her again.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Backstage, Nick Aldis, who was filling in for Adam Pearce,
Gross.
Weird.
tells Penta he has got a match against JD next week. But then Chad Gable walks up and reminds Penta that El Grande Americano beat his brother at Mania. So Penta knocks Gable down with a kick and says this.
This is for my brother, pendejo! You will respect the Lucha Bros! Huh? And you know what? Porque yo soy Penta! El Zero! Pendejo.
Yeah. Wow.
Cero! Pendejo. That should be the new
It's like
catchphrase.
asshole.
Yeah.
Pendejo's asshole.
Zero asshole.
Zero asshole.
Wow.
You have zero asshole.
Ouch.
Wait.
Plug that in.
Yeah.
Uno asshole. Two.
It's funny because
You are one asshole.
Dominic Mysterio was on the Sam Roberts show, I guess, after his match at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's what that stands for. It's like, bien, pendejo, penta.
Right. I thought that was John Moxley. That's Sam Roberts? Oh, it's hard to tell them apart.
I know, right? They're both ugly as sin now. ugly as sin.
Nice one, Joe Pisano Sr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got a Rusev video promo where he says, "Once upon a time, I had it all." And we see Rusev coming out in a tank at WrestleMania 10 years ago.
Fuck.
He says, "I left WWE and on my way back to Bulgaria, I fell into the abyss." AEW. He says, "In the abyss, I found myself and fixed myself. I will hunt those who wasted their talent like I did. Your lack of suffering ends now. I will fix you like I fixed myself."
Yes.
And first on the list, Otis.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Next, Tozawa.
So, like, it's a slow build up for Rusev. Let's hope.
Sure.
Let's hope it leads to something. But for now, we're starting slow. He's starting at the bottom, at the very bottom.
You got to work your way up.
Otis.
Nah, leave him alone.
Leave
I
him
mean,
alone.
the bottom of the bottom.
Right. Tozawa was like the week after because
Right.
really Tozawa is better than Otis.
I mean, he's got to
won
win
more
on
matches.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Otis doesn't have that.
No.
We'll see. Next up, we've got Ivy Nile versus Stephanie Vicaire. Hey, she's back another week.
I know.
How about that?
Yeah.
Vicaire hit Devil's Kiss, and Booker came while watching at home. And then back from commercial, Vicaire did it again, and Booker came one more time.
Yeah.
And then Vicaire won with SVB, and Cole said it right this time.
Yeah.
So good job, Cole.
You did it. You did your homework.
Yeah. Backstage, Liv Morgan interrupts Nick Aldis talking with AJ Styles. Liv says, "I'm going to be needing some time off because I'm going to be filming a big Hollywood movie."
What is it?
We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Aldis says it's already been approved.
Avengers Secret War.
And then Dom also asked for time off, but Aldis says, "When you're the champion, you have to show up more. So request denied." And then I
What?
was like, hold on.
Wait.
What's that belt that Liv's holding?
Hold it.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm telling you, the tag titles are not real. The women's tag titles, they're not real.
You might be right.
Yeah.
So then Dom talks shit to Styles, so AJ threatens him, and yeah, they're gonna fight. I mean, they've already fought,
Yeah.
but I guess they're gonna fight again, and Styles has to job to Dom now.
Nah, sure.
That's painful.
Yes.
Next up, Pat McAfee cuts a promo while standing on the announce table.
Says fuck a lot.
It's basically his version of Hard Times. You know?
Right.
He's like, "Oh, my dad was a truck driver." I mean, like, it was a good promo.
Yeah.
He says, "When I'm dead and gone, they will say I was a loyal motherfucker." Of course, they bleep it.
Yeah.
He explains why he stuck up for Michael Cole last week and how Gunther choked him out.
Called him the GOAT.
Of course. Well, that's not the first time.
I know, but
He always calls Cole the GOAT.
It's his coworker. Come on.
Nick Aldis comes out and McAfee demands a match with Gunther. Then Aldis, I don't know what happened here, because Aldis is like, "Pat, if you think we're going to just lift Gunther's suspension, I can't do that. But I'll tell you what I can do. We can lift Gunther's suspension
Right.
and you can face him at Backlash."
Yeah.
And McAfee was like, "Done." Sits back at commentary. So Pat McAfee versus Gunther, like we expected.
oh boy.
We
At
did, but there's
Backlash.
got to be a stipulation.
Yeah.
Because Gunther's like the best. And
Right.
McAfee's an announcer.
Yeah, but just, come on.
All right.
I mean, McAfee has lost to Vince McMahon. Oh, it was with Austin Theory's help. But I mean, McAfee had those matches with Adam Cole that were really good,
I
Yeah.
don't blame his talent, but you just
Shane
have to
fought
do
The
something.
Undertaker.
Yeah. When he was 70.
Right.
Still. So yeah. Next up, we got Seth Rollins back in the ring. Seth wants an answer, so Sammy comes out and Seth pleads his case again and tells us how close of friends they are. Sammy says, "I think you're playing games. You know I want the World Heavyweight Championship more than anything, and you're dangling it in front of me. For as long as you've known me, how have you ever known for me to run away? I'm not going to stand here while my friend threatens me. I will not be threatened. I will become a world champion, and when I do, it will not be because of any favors. It'll be because I did it the right way. As a friend, I love you, but go to hell."
I'm sorry. I love you.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
And then
Seth.
Shawn Michaels kicks him.
And then Seth closes his eyes and sighs as the siren goes off. That was
Yeah.
a great shot. He's just like, "Oh, Sammy, why'd you make me?"
Why'd you make me fucking
It's fucking
kill
great.
you?
Right.
So then we've got Sammy versus Braun Breaker. Braun did his little, or his big clothesline over the announce table spot.
That was good.
Sammy hit a sunset flip powerbomb followed by a tornado DDT. Braun hit the Breakensteiner, which is always quality.
Yep.
And then he went for the spear, but Sammy countered with a kick and the exploder suplex. Sammy then went for the haluva kick, but Braun countered with a spear. And then he waited for Sammy to get up, and he speared him again.
Wow.
Seth tells Sammy, there's still time. Take the deal. Take it. And Sammy once again yells, go to hell. So Braun spears Sammy a third time. Sammy rolls out of the ring, and the ref calls for the trainer. And then the ref and trainer helps Sammy get up. But Seth looks at Braun and does the throat slit. You know who else did the throat slit?
If you smell.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't even get excited for it anymore because you never know when he's going to show up, and then he shows up and does a big angle and leaves forever. You know, so who knows? But does
Arrive,
the throat slit?
Fuck up all storylines. Leave.
Yeah,
Repeat.
Never come back.
Repeat. Yeah.
Repeat. Then Braun runs around the ring to give Sammy a fourth spear.
Super spear.
Throws Sammy back in the ring. The ref's like, that's enough. And the fans are chanting one more time.
Of course.
And then Seth tells Braun he made his bed. Now he's got to sleep in it. And then Seth puts Sammy to sleep with a curb stomp to end the show.
Not before backing that thing up on Braun.
It's true. He did.
He's like, oh,
It's true.
Jesus. All right, Seth, I get it. He's your dude now.
Thirsty?
So like everyone was like crossing their fingers, like please, long-term storytelling here.
Sure.
Seth wins the belt, and then Sammy finally gets to win it by beating Seth at Mania. All right.
You fucking mark!
The entire IWC.
Yeah.
At one, we're all
Fuck it.
fucking marks.
Having it at SummerSlam.
That's
Give
too soon.
Seth a short run, too.
That's too soon. You gotta make this count.
I guess.
Yeah. Let him win the Rumble, Eric. Come on, the old-fashioned way.
You guys are nuts.
You gotta have Sammy win the Rumble.
Or the
Why not?
Or the Elimination
Oh,
Chamber.
yeah, that's more his speed.
No, I mean I would still say it's gonna be Breaker, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Breaker will.
Money in the Bank? Is he too much of a good guy to win the Money in the
It's
Bank?
too soon. Seth's gotta be the champ.
Yeah, but
you
you
get a
can
year.
carry this briefcase around.
I know, but they just did that where one guy's the champ.
But
and the
good
guy
guys
has
don't. Good guys are like, I'll cash it right now.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you okay? You feel good?
No.
You feel okay though? Kind of like you feel yourself?
No. Oh yeah, I guess.
Okay, all right. I'll fight him right now.
I feel
I'll cash in.
Yeah.
The good guys wait till like you're okay. You didn't
Yeah.
get knocked out. All right, I'll fight you right now.
You
Right.
good? Get your cold bottle of water.
Yeah.
Little back rub. You good now? All right, cashing it.
All right, so that is all for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
So let's give some awards. Who'd you have for worst dressed?
I had Naomi.
Caution.
Caution.
I had Seth's glasses.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Just the fucking silly eyes. That was too much for me.
Sure.
Best dressed.
I had Chelsea.
Okay.
Okay. I had Rhea.
Mommy!
Yeah.
Oh, mommy. Absolutely. Worst acting.
I had Becky.
That's ridiculous.
Becky was not good.
That's ridiculous. Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Naomi, Nia Jax, and
Jey
you picked
Uso?
you picked the man.
Look.
Fuck off.
Look, all of them are fucking bottom feeders. They're expected to be in the worst category. But Becky, we hold to a high standard, and she was not it this week.
She wasn't great.
That's not what it is. The award is who's the worst, not who should have been better. It's not, all right, who'd you have
I'm
for should have
sorry.
been better?
It's my award.
It's
I'll
wrong.
give it to who I want.
Well, it's wrong.
Who had better acting? Tiffany or Becky?
Yeah, he knows. He just can't say it. It's Becky.
Anyway, I had Jey Uso.
Yeah, I
thought he was
had Naomi.
horrible.
I had Naomi. She didn't
Okay.
really say much, but the fucking things she did were so
she did
terrible.
nothing. She did nothing.
Yeah,
Worst
you're right.
acting.
Yeah, Naomi was better than Becky. Jesus.
Oh my God! Will you two just fuck already?
Let's
we
go.
did
I'm
twice
tired of it. What?
before the show.
God damn it! That's not helping. Never mind.
I
Wait.
know. We need an angry one.
We did?
Yeah.
Andrew didn't even
Sorry.
feel it.
Best acting.
I had
Oh, I
Seth.
guess who'd you have?
I had Seth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At least you had someone good.
Seth freaking Rollins.
We're so happy.
I Tiffany Stratton.
Becky's finally back, and we're just gonna shit on her.
I mean, Vince probably did.
I had Sami Zayn.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. I
All
had
right.
Seth.
Worst comment.
I had just Becky's rambling.
Okay.
Like, I beat up Bailey because she did it to me years ago.
I had Jay trying to turn like yeet into what?
I know that means.
Yeet, and then it is yeet, and then it is, and then he started doing it. And they stopped doing it. And he's like,
Oh, that's yeah.
I guess
I'll
I
go with that. Fine.
All right.
Best comment.
So during the War Raiders and Judgment Day match, Xavier Woods said, JD wants these titles back so they can just not defend them for 70 days again.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
I've
Okay.
Cena with that. I've been raising your kids for 25 years.
it's a good line.
Yeah.
I had Edge in this bizarro world where I'm a good guy and you're a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Love that line.
Worst match.
I had Jade versus Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm doubling down.
Sweep that shit.
Okay.
That was slow-mo as well.
for slow-mo, I had Judgment Day versus War Raiders.
Yeah, me too. Whatever.
Best match.
TLC.
TL to the C.
Yeah.
Sweep it. Worst move.
Yeah.
Naomi dancing on Jade.
Coming on Jade.
Yeah.
I mean, is
Prop
that
her
what
up.
is that what yeeting is?
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best move.
Ciampa getting speared in midair.
I like the white noise on the ladder.
Okay.
That was good. I'll just go with Braun spearing Sammy 4 times.
All right.
Each one it just kept getting better. I
Yeah.
love his spear. Worst moment.
I had Becky's promo.
I hated Naomi's punches so bad it was like my worst everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
to go with
I
you?
got a flinch.
I have to go with Becky?
Shut the fuck up.
It wasn't that bad. Hey, I'm gonna go with like Tiff and Jade.
Hey
and
Joe, real quick. Did you ever meet Becky at a fucking what was it, a Mint Mobile or some shit? Or
No.
fucking I'm sorry. Did you ever meet Becky at a Cricket Wireless and
No.
fucking give her a big hug and go, I love you so much. Will you sign my drawing?
Yeah, she was holding her arm.
Yeah, I held her.
Get him away
we're
from
in
me!
a fucking prom photo.
Someone has to Photoshop Eric's face on that guy.
I swear to
Someone do
fucking
it.
God.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. Photoshop Eric's face on that guy.
You have your Becky photo in here?
It's a whole
Yes.
He has a whole video. And you're gonna shit all over Becky, you asshole?
That's so good. It's so good.
It is.
Hamilton. I want to see yours. Was she?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. How's Becky doing?
Sorry, Joe. What was your worst moment? I don't
Okay. First of all,
Tiffany J. Let me see.
she went to hug me.
Oh, Jesus. Because you paid her.
Go to
No,
the
I
next one.
didn't.
Go to the
Oh, it
next
was the
one.
cricket thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad.
My fingers in her butthole. No.
You wish. Wow, what a horrible wrestler, right, Eric? So bad that you visited her at cricket.
What a bitch.
You went to a cricket in Pasadena.
All right.
You drove an hour away.
It wasn't in Pasadena.
It was in Kima.
It was in Laredo.
It was 17 hours. No. It was like Beach Nut in 59.
Whatever.
Yeah.
all
I only
right.
got there at like 3:30 in the morning.
Good. Oh, it wasn't
Best
a joke.
moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, best moments. I had Cena and Orton. They're really good.
That was good. When Braun did that spear on the outside, he literally did it right in front of Seth. And I mean, he came within inches of Seth, and Seth didn't even flinch. Like the way that Seth acted, just like so solemn
I
about
liked
it.
how during the match Heyman was worried when Sammy was like doing well, but Seth was like, "I'm not worried.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna kill him soon."
Right.
I like the stomp because then that's like he is now certifiably heel, and he's like fuck you to the world.
Yeah,
And they just need to add 1 or 2 more guys,
Yeah.
maybe.
please.
I also like JB Noble was out there. I was like, "Oh, J&J Security, huh?"
Bring him, right? Why not?
Yeah. All right, that's all for awards. So now it's time for breaking news. How do you explain what we're about to see? I guess you can't. So Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff posted a video on their social media accounts early Monday morning.
Oh, boy.
Let's check out this train wreck.
Did you haven't watched it yet?
I have not watched it.
You have no idea what this is?
I do not.
This is amazing.
All right, here we go.
bad.
All right.
What is he holding?
A dildo.
So serious.
What?
Because you know who I am.
Don't.
But
Please don't.
you don't know why he's here.
Oh, no.
This is so badass.
No, it's
so
not.
bad.
People know who we are. You have no idea what we're about.
What?
We're back.
Please go away.
We are
Back to
so back. Just
Look at
so,
Hogan.
Wait.
so better than before.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I cannot again, my brother.
Oh, hey, oh.
Watch.
Too long.
What kisses him?
I
Look.
love you the most. No, I love
A
you.
cigar?
No, I love you the most. You are my favorite of all favorites. But you know,
Because they're all dead,
man,
Hogan.
so hard. We changed the world one time, but now
And then we tried in
we're gonna
TNA.
hook 'em up. We're here to slice and dice
Hey, that's
the world of wrestling.
my
And
thing.
you're not gonna know what hit you. You know we've changed the world of professional wrestling. You can beat anybody. That's a given. Anybody.
What is that? An anal probe?
Rock your world. Hey, should we tell him? Should we tell him who our third man is? Should we talk about his credentials? Should we talk about all of his championships? Should we talk about the world-class athletes that he has brought to the very top of this sport? Should we talk about that?
It's going to be fucking Conrad Thompson.
But do stay tuned, because when we do announce our third man, it's gonna rock your world. Oh, he's a badass too. He's a real badass.
It's Billy Gunn.
We're better than ever,
Nope.
and you can't wait to see. And we're coming to get you. I think.
Oh, it's the
all
boogeyman.
looks like. I know it. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can see it.
Jesus Christ.
What in the actual fuck was that?
It's first of all, it's way too long.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Are you sure this wasn't posted on like April Fool's?
I know, right?
Yeah, no.
And,
it was,
and it was not rehearsed at all.
No.
It was not rehearsed.
It went
was all
on
improv.
forever.
I like how they talked for a full minute and then they went, "It's so great to see you again. Give me a hug."
Yeah.
Right. Also, Hogan rocking the 14-inch pythons.
You know. he's
First
getting
of all, Hogan starts the video with, "Why so serious?"
Yeah.
It's like, what?
What is happening?
Your brain is scrambled at this point. You're just
Right.
saying anything.
Who's serious?
Yeah.
Why are you quoting the Joker?
Right. So who's the third man? I immediately thought Vince, just because, like,
Why not?
He's brought in world-class champions and he's a badass. Of course, I'm a badass. Like, if the, it's probably not, but how funny
You
would
never
it be if
fucking know.
How funny would it be if they're starting their own wrestling company with Vince?
Oh,
It'd be
Jesus
amazing.
Christ.
I mean, you think this is a company versus
No.
a podcast?
No, it's a
This
podcast.
is a podcast for sure.
Of course, it's a podcast, and it's probably Kevin Nash.
Right. That's what I was
I
thinking.
mean, like, he had the cattle prod. Isn't that a reference to Kevin Nash anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he used it
Razor
on
did
Goldberg.
Razor used it on Goldberg.
Oh, right. But
Yeah.
Kevin Nash beat him
Yeah.
Yeah.
for it,
But why
No,
would you
I
just
don't
have
think it's
him-
going to be Hall.
Why not just
Yeah, it might not be.
Why not just have
They
it
just
there
use
then?
AI.
You know what I mean?
Because that builds suspense
And then
to
it's just
whatever
Nash.
this is.
World class athlete, multiple championships. I guess that qualifies.
I mean, Vince has multiple championships.
Yeah, it's true.
Is he a world class athlete?
He was on that bodybuilding.
60?
Yeah.
Right. He was on a Bumpy Grandpa Quarterly magazine.
See, it's probably just a podcast, but like, I hope it's a wrestling company because that would be the greatest train wreck ever to watch.
Oh my God.
Only if
Like,
Vince
how
is
do you
involved.
not look away? Yeah.
That is a whole season of Dark Side of the Ring.
I really doubt it though, because I'm sure Hogan still has some deal with WWE.
Probably.
I mean,
don't
he
know.
at least sells merch through them, and
Dark Side of the Ring is like, can we just film this in the background?
Yeah,
please?
right.
Just in case.
This is going to be our opus.
right.
Hogan says this is so much better than before. Really?
Is it?
It's so much better than Prime NWO.
Has he had a podcast, Hogan?
Hogan knows best, brother.
Was that it?
I don't know.
You know who we are, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
You should. What? Are you making this up as you go, Bischoff?
We don't know why you would care.
And then Bischoff, this is so badass. It's like, yep, that's what badass people say. They constantly tell you how they're badass.
Hey, Joe, I'm so badass.
You are so badass, Eric.
I believe
Thanks
it.
for reminding
We're back.
me. Yeah, we're back.
All right, so we'll see wherever the fuck that goes. On to rumors.
Oh, boy.
Rumors! Vince McMahon gets kicked out for sex allegations?
That happened. But then he returns and takes back the company? He did that.
And then Vince sells the company but stays in power?
Oh my God.
And then Vince dyes his hair black and has a stupid mustache?
Confirmed!
So PW Insider and Fightful are reporting that Liv Morgan has a huge role in a major movie. And if things go well, she could become Hollywood's next it girl.
Oh, stop it.
That's
they're
why
saying-
we're in rumors.
They're saying it'll shock you, the movie she's in and the major role she has. Some fans are speculating because it's about to start filming that Liv will play Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man
Shut up.
Brand New Day. I don't know, I'm just saying.
Imagine her.
But it's not everything in
That'd be
pre-production.
crazy.
Joe, shut the
is-
fuck up for a second. Andrew,
Yeah.
imagine her in that black cat outfit. Oh my God.
Oh, she's Black Cat. Yeah.
Oh my-
Even better.
Oh my God.
He's so tight.
But everything in production's out there. I guess she doesn't have to be a part of it.
Well, we don't know. We've heard rumors that Gwen Stacy's in the movie, but we don't know who's playing Gwen Stacy yet.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
So that'd be nuts. Imagine she's just a really great actress.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
And
how
she's-
how
she
was
has
she
the-
in Chucky?
I don't know. She has the looks for it, though.
She played herself.
She has the looks of the Hollywood it girl.
Sure.
She's
Right.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yummy.
Apparently, it's coming in the next couple weeks.
I'm gonna be coming in the
What's
next couple
coming?
weeks.
Like the announcement.
Oh, the
'Cause
announcement.
she's got to take time off soon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I guess she drops titles. I guess.
Sure. The tag titles. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Right.
You just said they didn't exist, Eric.
They'll be like, what tag titles?
Yeah. Also, Fightful says there are no current plans to add anyone to Rollins, Breaker, and Heyman.
Well, they've been.
Who said that?
Fightful.
Fuck you, Fightful.
So that probably means that, it's happening.
It's happening, right?
Yeah. Right.
And then PW Insider says Drew McIntyre is also lined up for a major film role. So how about that?
He could be a bad guy or something.
What was Drew? Oh, Drew was in that Batista movie where
Yes.
it was like Batista's John Wick movie.
Yeah. Right.
And Drew was in it for a minute.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Also, Bodyslam.net reports that there is a pitch for John Cena and Travis Scott to work a tag team match together at some point this year. At the most wonderful place in the world.
Oh, Travis Scott wants that Saudi money.
Mania.
Of course.
Well, where else? I mean, that sounds like the most Saudi match ever.
yeah, absolutely.
Also, PW Insider says creative plans are still in place for Alexa Bliss to be with the Wyatt Six faction. They're just still waiting for Bo Dallas to return from injury. I don't get it. He never wrestled when when they were around anyway, so
Right.
why do you need him to be cleared?
Right.
And then the last thing I have is Fightful says there are likely changes coming to the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony for next year. Whether that's cutting off some time or changing when it's held so it doesn't run so long into the night. So yeah, maybe tell that to the guy in charge who talked for an hour and 15 minutes
Right.
for his Hall of Fame speech.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got for rumors. So let's get to the Mark Report.
Another day, gotta give 'em hell. It's burning straight through the dark.
You fucking Mark! You fucking Mark! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mark Report with your host, Eric Slamington Hamilton. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right.
All right, take it away, Eric.
All right. So, according to PW Insider, there are reports that multiple wrestlers have expressed interest in getting crushed by Rusev down the line. You know, once he's done with his big feud of, you know, Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
Are you saying that wrestlers want to wrestle Rusev?
I mean, it's a good thing, you know, that they haven't like shunned him for going to AEW.
You're a freaking mark.
You fuck.
Okay?
Okay. Also, a lot of fans have pointed out
Yeah, I saw this.
the jacket that Seth Rollins was wearing. Have you seen this?
Yeah, have Joe guess.
There's a price tag on this jacket.
So this guy's modeling his jacket.
Yes.
Wasn't it like euros, right?
Well,
I saw it in euros.
there's the euro price, and then someone converted it to dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. How much? do you-
3,000.
Oh, Joe, come on. We're talking high fashion.
10,000.
Oh, Joe, we're talking high fashion.
There's no way it's more than $25,000.
It's not. It is 13,500.
The Golden Peacock.
The Golden Peacock.
All right.
Exactly.
Long coat.
That's on WWE.com or
Right.
something?
No, this
No,
is
you have to buy you buy that in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Right. It's probably like handmade by some like designer no one's ever heard of, you know.
made from dead horse.
yeah.
Horses?
Yes.
No.
No.
You heard me wrong.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mistake, and I would not want to shame horses.
Yes.
Like that.
We would never treat horses that way.
Who hers? Is that better?
Maybe female horses, but
Yes, right.
Also, A24 has released the official trailer for The Smashing Machine,
yeah.
which stars
okay.
Dwayne Johnson playing the UFC fighter. Is it Mark
I don't know.
Kerr?
I don't know UFC.
You fucking mark!
Kerr.
Yeah.
I concur.
You fucking mark.
Is he famous? Mark Kerr?
He must be.
He must be.
You don't even know him, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's before. Like, I think
Right.
he's an old fighter.
Early on.
Yeah.
ahead.
Movie also stars Emily Blunt, who they were in
Jungle
this
Cruise.
Kurt Angle wannabe.
Yeah. He's 56,
they're in
so I mean, that's before
Jungle.
I was watching.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, he's like Ken Shamrock age, I think.
Right. Can you pull up a side by side like him and The Rock?
I mean, yeah, they look, I get it. He looks
Yeah.
like him. He
No.
does.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad.
All right.
Also, Naomi was on.
Oh, sorry. Is that what you were waiting for?
Okay?
Waiting for
Okay,
that?
thank you.
All right.
Naomi was on the Bellas podcast,
No.
and she is contemplating if this is her final wrestling run.
Yes, please go away.
She said she always wanted kids young. I always wanted a lot. Your girl's getting up there. I'm 37. Time I figured this
Tick,
out
tick.
like yesterday. I'm asking myself and struggling with that question.
Naomi sucks.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think it's safe to say that you probably won't be in the title picture
So
soon.
wait. She's been married to Jimmy for a while now.
for Big Jim. Yeah.
So you're saying that when they have sex, they proceed with caution? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Hit a button for yourself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Also,
Yes.
SummerSlam.
Okay.
There's more.
So now that WWE or TKO Group has purchased On Location,
Okay.
which is the premier, like this is how you get the front row packages and shit
yeah.
like that. So they launched the Elite Plus package prices for front row, floor, center, TV side for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium.
Oh, boy.
Joe Pisano,
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to nail this.
how much is this package?
So it's for one seat?
Per seat,
And what do you get? It's front row.
it
and then
is
what?
front row. If
Yeah.
I go further, I'm going to show the price. So
Yeah.
I'll go. But you get front row center plus other perks. You are front row center.
You get to sit next to green shirt guy.
Yeah.
How does he get it? Does he pay for this? I'm
No.
going to say 12,000.
No.
Is it way more than that?
It's
It
way
is
more.
Way more
It's
than
so
that.
much more.
25.
No.
No.
Come on. 50.
You went a little over.
Okay. 40.
Yeah.
It is
That's stupid.
40,000 per ticket, and they are sold out.
No way.
They're sold out?
This has been confirmed through fans who wanted to purchase.
Who are the fucking marks that can buy this?
That's so stupid.
I don't know, but
That's just
can I
taking-
crash here because I sold my house?
That's just taking advantage of your fans.
Absolutely,
Of course.
That's
it is. It's
yeah.
So this includes premium front row seating.
Whoa, premium. So like a fucking chair that's uncomfortable, but it looks cool.
Yes, in-ring photo op at SummerSlam.
You should get one of those Saudi chairs. Like if you pay this much.
For
You know,
sure.
they have those like
Right. Jesus Christ, yes. You
Also
also get
lazy boy blocking like everything.
right. You also get private transportation to the events.
Oh, cool. So an Uber.
Uber. Yeah.
Yeah. Elite welcome event. So the Young Bucks will be there. I
Yeah.
guess. Private selection at all-inclusive pre-show hospitality. What the fuck did I just say?
In-ring photo op.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All-inclusive pre-show hospitality with superstar appearances by Kevin Nash.
And more.
And more. R-Truth.
Yeah.
Tozawa. Also, you get to go to the post-show press conference.
Gives a fuck.
And you get to take a photo at the desk.
Triple H. That was a great SummerSlam. How would you rate it? 1 to 10.
No, you don't. You don't.
You fucking idiot.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Shut his. Hey, where'd you get a microphone?
Yeah.
That's a $60,000 package.
sorry.
Give me 20 grand or get off the microphone.
Okay, here.
All right, thank
Yeah,
you, thank
no,
you,
that
guys.
doesn't include asking a question.
Triple H just pockets the money.
Right.
Thanks. I have to mail this right,
Right.
to
Honey,
I have to mail it right
Yeah.
to the fucking Ari
I
Emanuel.
can pay the kids private school now.
Yeah. So obviously this includes tickets to both nights of SummerSlam.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Each
But
night.
it also includes tickets to SmackDown and Raw.
Oh, well, it pays for itself.
Only 10,000 per show. And more.
And more.
And
Yeah.
more.
They also have non-center front row,
Oh.
which is only 36,000.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll go for that one then. Is
Yeah.
that one sold out, though, or can we get that one?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked on that. I mean, if you're not front row center, then what's the point of even fucking living? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, last thing I have.
I want to see if someone's like trying to sell those tickets online. That'd be hilarious. It's like, I bought the $40,000 ticket on Ticketmaster from a guy selling it, and then I just had to pay, another 10 grand in ticket fees.
For sure. Service charge. $10,000. Well, I wonder if since it's like this on location.
Yeah, you
if
probably can't.
If they do a service charge like that. Because
Right.
technically you're not getting the tickets through Ticketmaster. You get them directly from the company.
Eric,
Whatever.
There's still a service charge
It's $40,000. The service charge is probably $15,000.
in there. Right. Yeah. Also, for anyone here in Houston area, did you know Batista has a whiskey?
No
It's
one
called
knows.
Devil's River Whiskey. And here he is looking like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He is going to be doing a bottle signing at the Specs downtown on Smith Street.
All right.
Join Devil's River Whiskey for an exclusive chance to meet Dave Bautista.
It doesn't
Get
how
your
much-
bottle
how much-
sign.
How much is he ripping off fans for wine?
I think you just got to buy the.
It doesn't
whiskey.
say he's
whiskey,
an
sorry.
owner. Are you sure he's an owner?
I-
They
just says
usually
that he's
are when
there.
they do this shit.
Yeah,
I get it.
usually he's like the biggest investor, and they use him as the face.
Yeah, sure.
like Terramana.
Yeah.
You know, like The Rock's not down there like brewing whiskey or tequila.
No, they go, we want to slap your name on this. and
Yes.
we'll give you 20% cut.
I forgot to mention when The Rock was on McAfee's show last week, the first thing he said was he plugged the Papa Tui thing. Like that was literally the first thing he said.
Yeah.
He
What's Papa
plugged
Tui?
The shampoo that I plug, even though I'm bald.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're looking great. You must have been using that Papa Tui or...
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you want to watch this. This was released on Thursday. This is Dave LaGreca reacting to The Rock kind of like not showing up at WrestleMania.
It's
and
okay. It's not-
fucking everything up.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
It's a minute and a half.
It's fine.
It's kind of like a little rant.
No, I mean that's go check. Don't be plugging our podcast, Eric.
Yeah,
Don't you know the rule of the show?
I didn't say what podcast.
You made me bring Taz from Team Taz over here.
He just gets mad at The Rock for being a douchebag. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
Sure.
Right.
Did he say anything we didn't?
No.
No. My favorite is still the Simpsons from the monorail episode. It's like, well, my work here is done, but you didn't do anything, didn't I?
Didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all for the Mark report. Let's get to trivia.
I thought you were going to give me one last.
All right, we got four.
Okay?
There
We
you
got
go.
4 facts and a fib.
All right.
All right, so these are all about Aleister Black. All right, the first one. Joe doesn't care about Aleister Black.
That's
Number
true.
2, Joe's not impressed with Aleister Black.
That's true.
Number 3, Joe hates Aleister Black. Or 4, Aleister Black is good. Which is the fib?
The
That's-
fib
isn't
is
that 3 facts in
Joe
a fib?
hates Aleister Black. I don't believe you hate it.
That is true. I do not like him. No. So 10 people walked into WrestleMania this year holding a title and had a match. How many walked out with their title?
Okay.
Wasn't it like 2?
EO.
There's 2?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Because you'll lose all the money if you say yes and you're wrong.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's 2.
Yeah.
Who are they?
EO.
Yeah, it was
one.
EO and then fucking who retained the other one? Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany.
yeah.
Bobby the Mark sent me this, and I just thought it was interesting because of all the people that lost their titles, including the both tag titles.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so
girls.
recent, so it was easy to remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
So I remember because at one point I was like, "Is everyone losing their belts?" And then like I remember there were only a couple that retained.
Well, we also expected.
crazy.
Did anyone pick EO or Tiffy on our sheets? No.
No.
So,
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have happened.
Right. All right, let's do some fan questions. Let me pull him up. All right, Kimbo, could all 79 members of the NWO defeat a silverback gorilla in hand-to-hand combat?
No.
What is with this question?
Most of them,
Dennis Rodman.
most of them were over 40
Dennis Rodman
at the time.
would be rebounding wrestlers that the gorilla's throwing.
Yeah.
He throws him back on
Okay.
the gorilla.
All right.
A fucking atomic leg drop? You're telling me isn't going to put this gorilla down?
I got the wrestlers. 100%. 100%.
Against one gorilla?
Dude, this 100 men versus one gorilla is stupid. The men would take the gorilla down. That's 100. 100 men.
Yeah.
That's just a dumb argument.
With their fists.
Are you serious, though?
Yeah.
You're like serious.
That's all over the internet right now. 100 men versus one gorilla.
Yeah, but only like 10 of them could attack it at a time with no weapons. With weapons, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
With no weapons, like their punches aren't going to hurt a gorilla.
You bum rush the gorilla and,
and
like,
then what?
Yeah, you punch, then he kills that guy. Then punch,
and then that guy, and then that guy, and then that guy.
A human's punch has no effect on gorilla.
1,000 of them will.
No. According to like all the experts, there's no.
Like you punch a gorilla right in the
They
ribs.
don't have like our skin and
Sure, I know
our
that.
body. Like
They're
their
tougher.
skeletons
The
are so
closest-
much tougher.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're thicker. You're not going to get a kidney
He's got to
with
get
a
tired
fucking
of
haymaker.
swinging at some point, the gorilla.
Not before we do.
Right. All right, Joe.
They say like their hands, they have like the grip power, like it's like 1,500, so they could just literally like crush everyone's head one by one.
They could just Daredevil crush the head
Yes,
like
Yeah.
like Kingpin,
Kingpin.
exactly.
I got a better question for you, Joe.
Okay.
100 gorillas or one perk angle.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say one gorilla-sized duck.
Yeah. What if it was 100 men versus one gorilla-sized duck? I don't know.
Then I'd probably have the men.
all right.
Yeah.
What about a
I
duck-sized?
would take the duck.
Imagine how big the bill is.
Fucking
you're
eat 10 at a
snapping.
time.
Every snap's 2 dead men.
10 seconds, it's over.
Oh.
Oh, it's crazy.
Honestly, I'd pick perk angles.
Perk angle.
No,
He
someone,
doesn't feel anything.
I saw someone put 100 gorillas versus 2007 Chris Benoit. Yeah.
Wow.
No contest. That's no contest.
We will never mention, after what Chris Benoit did to those gorillas, we will never mention his name on WWE ever again.
And ew.
Amir, Vince called Triple H. Hey, pal, I heard there's a new dangerous alliance in WWE. You know what that
Stands for NWA, right? It was me, Paul.
Yeah.
NWA?
And NDA, sorry. NDA. Yeah. You fucking Mark, how do you guys feel about Montez Ford turning on Dawkins and becoming the third man in Seth Rollins' faction?
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, we've been saying turn on Dawkins for, I don't know. Let me see.
Amazing.
It's currently that time. So 5 years.
It's kind of hard when you're the tag champs with them, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that'd be nice.
Right.
It's not happening.
We're like, oh, they haven't been tag champs in 3 years. Time to break up. Yeah. Nope.
Travis Roberts, I apologize to Joe for adding to the comments, but I had to ask Andrew, is Lyra a fan of your show? Has she slipped into your DMs? I saw the blue hair and thought to myself, yeah, she's gunning for Andrew.
Oh.
I know I'm right about this. I agree with that. Yeah, that's true.
I agree with Andrew.
Sure. Right. But I guess Julia doesn't like me. That's why she changed it. She got rid of the blue hair with purple. Not a big fan of that.
That's a
No.
bunch of bullshit.
Bitch.
Yeah. The Punisher. So let me get this straight. Dallas and Fort Worth get Mania, Money in the Bank, and an epic SmackDown last week. San Antonio gets the Rumble. Saturday night's main event, and Houston gets Chad Gable versus Otis. So much for being the fourth largest city in America.
Right. It's funny because we just had WrestleMania 41.
Yeah.
The last time we had Mania was 25.
We haven't had anything good since Rumble 2020, right?
Correct.
That was our last pay-per-view. Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why do they hate us?
Why do they hate us? The Rizzler, it's refreshing to see Paul Heyman back to acting like himself. That passive, intimidated act he had going with Roman sucked balls. The arrogant, confident, and sinister look to him is much better. Agreed.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Leprechauндom, with so many wrestlers on each show, who do you think is the first to request release due to non-use?
Yeah.
That's
and then
really hard
go to
to say.
AEW, be non-use there, and then come back to WWE.
Well, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one to predict.
Honestly,
Austin Theory.
Sure.
maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
I think they need to do a lot of cuts.
Okay.
Especially if SmackDown's going to 2 hours.
Eric said it first. He wants wrestlers fired. It's funny. Whenever that happens and people are like, oh, hey, don't make, oh, so you're happy that they got fired? It's like, okay.
Yeah, right. That's the business. Mm-hmm. You know?
I mean, there probably will be more cuts. at
Like,
some point.
do you
There
expect
always
them
are.
to just sit in catering for the rest of their careers?
Yeah.
You know? That's not a good business model.
Anytime you start bringing in more people, yeah, other people got to go.
Yeah.
You got to send some down.
Right.
Pop Culture Junkie, Pushfire Barry, Street Profits, Temu version of spearing off the ladder. Aleister Black hitting a black mass to Miz's ribs. It was just shoulder. It wasn't even the ribs. And then Naomi doing whatever the fuck that was on top of Jade. Fire that.
Fire that. I'm going to push the spear.
Of course.
Because it was still a spear in midair.
Yeah.
And then, we'll bury the kick to the ribs.
Right.
We don't even know who he is!
Pushfire Barry nightmare scenario. Jay holds the world title until next year's SummerSlam.
What the fuck?
Michael Cole wrestles again and gets a 6-month babyface push as the IC champ.
What?
Kill that.
Kill that.
Yeah.
Fire that. Cody wins back the title and breaks Roman's record for consecutive days as champion.
Bury that, and then I guess push Jay.
Why do you guys give us like these shits, piss, and diarrhea scenarios?
Yeah. Why do you hate us?
Yeah.
What did we do to you?
I'd fire the Cody thing. Another 5-year long champion, and it's Cody.
All right, Josh Math.
3.5.
What did they say?
5 years.
No, but what did the question say?
Roman Reigns,
Length.
length. Yeah.
Yeah.
Future Shock. How tall is Joe? Omar, and is he single?
Omar?
Yeah.
6'3". And wouldn't you like?
No, he meant your cock.
No, not 6'3".
Oh, 6'3"?
How tall is your
6'3". My height? You want my height? Oh, it's just
6 feet 3 inches.
4'7".
The Game of Games. Hey guys, been a fan of the show for 5 years.
Woo.
When Fiend Bray Wyatt debuted, I wanted to hear what other people thought of the character, which led me to you guys. My question is, what wacky gimmicks would and wouldn't get over today? Keep up the good work. # push Eric.
Ooh.
Like work today versus didn't work in the past? I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
The gobbledygooker would definitely work today.
It'd be so over.
It would.
Yeah, I don't
It'd
know.
be tag chance with R-Truth.
Like any bad gimmicks, I don't think they're going to work now.
Right.
You know? There's not many gimmicks to begin with anymore.
Yeah. Bring back a porn star gimmick. Bring back a Val Venus.
Val Venus was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? A guy who just wants to fuck everything.
Exactly.
Fuck the women and fuck up the opponent.
The Godfather would be over if he came back. That'd be great.
He really would.
He was so good. God. Thunderbolt Jeff Munson. That bum Matt Cardona didn't high five me at TNA Rebellion. I'm glad he lost.
Wow.
Oh, you did a comment this week? That's nice.
Yeah.
He lost something.
Yeah.
He was in the X Division
Stop it.
title match.
Stop. Andrew.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah.
You're a freaking mark.
Guess we have two.
Yeah. Gosh.
Okay.
The guy who watches wrestling on the podcast about wrestling. Fuck me, right?
Josh's real girlfriend. Was that Ciampa? I thought Eric Young was making his return. Don't ever shave again.
Wow.
Agreed.
Did we talk about what happened to that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
Busted open.
Busted
nut.
something. Fossey 32. Do you think Michael Cole should be the one to take on Gunther at Backlash as he was attacked first and is undefeated at Mania?
Shut your fucking mouth.
No.
Yes. Let Gunther just murder him, of course. Yeah.
No.
Omar, Eric,
Yes.
did you bring the zip ties?
I don't think the accent was right on that.
Oh, that's racist.
You?
Oh, okay. Teach me how to do my own Andrade impression. Thanks.
Continental Championship. Bring out the zip ties. For us, do it for
I've been trying to find them at work. I don't know who has them.
Find them?
Yes. They're not in my area.
I guess
Is it like a hide and seek or just go, hey, who has the zip ties?
It's a large
Can I just bring
facility.
regular ones? I have regular ones. Like in my car.
well, regular ones I think you could break for sure.
So do you want the special ones that
The
Jey
extra
Uso had?
strength.
I'm gonna set a
not
fucking
those.
alarm and I'm gonna bring them next week and I'm gonna shut your fucking mouth.
And I'm going to break out of them in 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'll bet anybody money.
Oh, I will put in
my money back.
I will put in $1 that you can't break
You're gonna
out.
zip tie my wrists together, like one zip tie, and then put one here, and then loop it into that one, and I just got to break it apart.
Well, no, now you're changing the thing here.
He had it on the rope, and him, Jay, and I just don't know what we're gonna tie to my arm to pull it. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to break this. It could be that.
It's definitely not going to be the fucking microphone stand.
So what would it be? How
you said you would do it with your arms.
Yeah.
I just said tie them together.
Yeah, not time to the fucking mic stand.
Andrew, I first said tie them together, and you're like, you're changing it.
Well, no, but you're adding like an extra one. I don't think if he gets the extra strength.
Oh, you
ones-
just meant like one zip tie with my arms. That
that wouldn't be possible.
That's harder.
Yeah.
But like you just have to crack it on your knee. I could do it though. But like Jay had like 2.
We should
I'll
do it at
whatever
the
you
beginning of the show, and then he's got to just be stuck
Just in pain.
in the fucking things the whole show.
Or
Joe's like, look, here, this is what I think about this segment.
or
Andrew.
or
Oh shit.
live show from the hospital.
I'll do any of them and I'll get out of all of them.
Okay.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Pushfire Barry bringing back retired pay-per-views. Fatal 4-Way, Cyber Sunday, Survivor Series, tournament style.
Push that.
Yeah,
Tournament style.
fire Fatal 4-Way.
Everyone loves a good tournament.
Yeah, Barry Cyber Sunday. That was fun. You know, a little make believe. Like, I
yeah.
voted online for this.
Yeah, but they would also do it like, all right, who should Kurt Angle fight? Should he fight Schnitzky?
Yeah, I
Should he
know.
fight Leaf Cassidy? Or should he fight Shawn Michaels? Like, that's how they were doing. Like,
Yeah.
Every time.
Shawn won.
Ivana
Piss, shit, or a gold brick.
Yeah.
Ivana Suckarek.
Yeah.
Cena is such a good actor
Suck
on
it.
shows and movies. Why the fuck is he so cartoonish and forced in WWE? Because you have to be over the top in wrestling, but Cena's just gotten too used to, goofy, over the top, cartoony wrestler.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yep.
Tyrone Grizz, hey guys, Bronze Breaker. You see how tan that kid was? Face looking
Oh,
like
yeah.
a 24-inch python.
Wow.
Okay.
Peanuts Pump, Pushfire Barry, demote to NXT. Dirty Dom, Braun Breaker, Demon King Balor, El Grande Americano. Push Braun Breaker.
Yeah, of course.
Demote to NXT.
Is it Dom?
Barry Demon King, demote to NXT. We can do.
That's a tough one.
You
I
could-
like Americano.
You could demote Dominic, and you could make him NXT
Yeah,
champion.
but they made him the North American champion,
Yeah.
and it sucked.
Yeah, but
like him
because
as
he was
the-
never on NXT.
But he's like the up and coming guy. You can't demote him.
You know what? Put Americano in NXT. That might be kind of fun.
Sure.
Like he's two different guys and two different shows.
Bye, Balor. I mean, Balor's going nowhere. I mean, Balor's been nothing for so long now.
Right.
Yeah.
Mile High Mark, Pushfire Barry taking one of these moves. A stink face from Rhea Ripley.
No. Sure.
No, Joe already said
I
no.
thought
He's
you were
out.
gonna say
Joe
Rikishi.
is out. A Bronco Buster from Trish Stratus.
Okay. See, it's getting better.
Or the Devil's Kiss from Stephanie Vicaire. I would just push the stink face in general, just because you get an ass in your face.
I'm gonna push
Rhea
Stink
Ripley's
Face.
ass.
I'm gonna bury Bronco Buster. I'm gonna fire the Devil's Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I'm flipped the other way,
It
then
might hurt.
I'm pushing that.
It's too easy. It's just based on what the move is, not who it is.
Yeah. Right.
Sticky Reamboat. Pushfire Barry, Attitude Era Mid-Carders. Here we go again. Test Al Snow, Hardcore Holly. Okay, it's different, though. Push Al Snow.
Yeah. Definitely. Friend of the show.
Barry, Hardcore Holly, Fire Test.
Done.
That was the... All right, we agreed on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of
Fuck
push Fire
test.
Barry this week.
If Crash Holly was on there, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
Mike Hawk. How the fuck did Maxine not win Best Dressed last week? Did you guys even see her? Yeah, but she's so like stupid that
Yeah.
it makes her less attractive.
It does.
She wears the same outfits, really. It's-
Yeah. And also, Stephanie Vicaire's ass is just
Cake.
gonna open a
BTR
bakery.
helped settle a debate. Is Stone Cold a bigger star in wrestling over The Rock? My friend seems to think The Rock is a flash in the pan and called him the ultimate warrior. He's not trolling. So you're just trying to get me upset.
Yeah.
You saw how I reacted to the Hall of Fame situation. I mean, like, first of all, The Rock didn't have long, like, in wrestling.
No. And
Like,
The
as a
Rock was
full-timer.
The Rock was kind of the original 5 Moves of Doom.
I mean, whatever. The Rock was great. Like, we're not shitting on The Rock
Right,
here.
The Rock was good,
Like,
but
Stone Cold and The Rock was the
definitely-
biggest feud ever, but Stone Cold was more over. He was
Yes.
the bigger star.
He was.
Agreed.
Agreed.
But, I mean, they're two of the best of all time. Like, there's no debating that.
Yeah.
Mitchell, is the road to WrestleMania 42 already started? Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn, WWE Championship.
I mean-
more likely the World Heavyweight title, though, right? Let's
Yeah.
hope so.
One of them.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
The Big Bad Booty Daddy. Maybe WWE can actually do long-term booking. Maybe Walter will return and tell everyone that Gunther was his dumbass brother.
Jesus.
And then he'll murder McAfee.
That's
Yeah,
that's
right.
amazing.
I mean, he's gotten past the Gunther thing by now.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're over it.
Right,
You know, we're
right,
used to the
right.
Gunther name.
Yeah.
He had a great run as heavyweight champ, so
Yeah.
he's doing fine.
Sucks that he lost by tapping out, but whatever.
Wrestling Insider. This is Pro Wrestling Inside Her, and I just got a question for Andrew. I want to know how come you like New York football and baseball teams, and are you going to attend SummerSlam? Well, yeah, Joe and I, our father, you know, grew up where he was a Jets fan, a Mets fan. That's why we were born in New York, so that's
Yep.
the easy
He brainwashed
explanation there.
us.
Yes.
And SummerSlam, no. I only go to MetLife to see the Jets get blown out. So
To see the Jets get blown.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won last time.
yeah.
Yeah.
JT Pisani, maybe I'm the only one that notices, but can someone tell me why at the beginning of almost every Raw and throughout the show, Michael Cole will start talking during a cutaway segment and then it'll go silent, usually for a good 10 seconds, and then the audio comes back like nothing happened. What gives? So, it sounds like you're watching the Netflix international feed where they cut to commercial, but they have to be silent for 10 seconds as they transition into the commercial break. But on the international feed, they're not transitioning to commercials, so you just have to get that 10 seconds of no audio, and then that's how that works.
Wow, you're smart as fuck.
Basically. Thank you. Hey, it's me, Taz, from Team Taz.
Oh, shit.
Allow me to mark incoherently for a moment. What if that young upstart who idolizes Cena and wants to be him someday, what if he wins Money in the Bank and refuses to cash in on Cena? That way we get the cum dot guy versus the dumb guy for the world title. Book it now, R-Truth for Money in the Bank. Wow.
Lord.
Jesus.
Suck it.
See, Eric, look what you did.
Yeah.
You say it, and now it's coming
You're
true.
a freaking mark.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Fine.
Yeah. All right, that's all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast as well as our other one. Go check out Hollywood Hogwash. We're going through season 6 of Dark Side of the Ring on the main pod. Go check it out. Also follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Wrong Wrestling. Get a t-shirt or hat at prowrestlingtees.com/what's wrong with wrestling. And of course, sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/what's wrong with wrestling. We've got the Monday Night War podcast we're recording tomorrow. Then we record NXT AEW podcast the next day.
I'll be there.
Eric will be there, and Backlash is next week, so that's there. WrestleMania, again, 700 bonus podcasts.
Yeah.
You've got so much content.
so many.
So until then, we'll see you next week for Backlash predictions.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay.
What's wrong with wrestling?